In the quiet corridors of Falah University, far from the bustle of Delhi, sits Building 17, a place you and me would associate with academia and learning. Yet tucked inside the building's 17th ground floor is room number 13, a simple faculty chamber that will forever be stained by what happened within its walls. No one passing by would have guessed what this small, unamusing room would become a part of something sinister that will shock Delhi on November 10th. To the casual observer, it would appear like any other faculty accommodation: ordinary walls, ordinary furniture, and ordinary silence. But this silence harbored extraordinary danger. This was not merely a room. It was a command center of a conspiracy that would claim 12 lives on a Monday evening when a white Hyundai i20 ignited into flames near the Red Fort metro station. Officials have made it clear that the blast that took innocent lives and injured many others was no random act of violence. It was the culmination of meticulous planning, of careful coordination, and of systematic betrayal. All planned from within the confines of a university that positioned itself as a sanctuary of learning and healing. Now, what we are going to tell you is information gathered from multiple sources, and we have crafted a story that will give you clarity about why Faridabad-based Falah University is in news and on agencies' radar. The multi-agency investigation unveils how 4 doctors bound by ideology and intent had transformed Falah University into something far more sinister. Dr. Umar Mohammed, who has been identified through DNA matching as the driver of the white vehicle alongside Dr. Muzammil Shakil, Dr. Adil and Dr. Shahid, had collectively decided to turn the institute into an operational hub for terror, though the institution clearly denies any involvement in their wrongdoings. Well, their first act of collaboration was financial. These 4 doctors had pooled together rupees 30 lakhs, a substantial sum meant to finance terror attack. The full amount was entrusted to Dr. Umar Mohammed for safekeeping. This was no ordinary exchange of money. This was materialization of intent, the crossing of a line from abstract ideology to concrete action. Now, part of this fund was converted into 26 quintals of NPK fertilizer acquired from market across Gurugram, Nuh, and costing approximately rupees 3 lakhs. This fertilizer, in the hand of those with knowledge and malicious purposes, would become the raw material for improvised explosive devices. Now, the choice of room 13 was deliberate and calculated with precision. The laboratory, the very heart of a medical college, was situated merely meters away. This proximity was not coincident. The terrorists first planned to smuggle chemicals from the university laboratory for making bombs. Well, the logistics were also planned very meticulously. Dr. Umar Mohammed and Dr. Shaheen, both faculty members with legitimate access to the university's resources, began the calculated theft of chemicals from the college laboratory. They extracted small quantities of ammonium compounds and oxidizers, piece by piece, over several weeks. These materials, siphoned off from the very laboratory which was meant to educate future healers, were transported to rented spaces in Dodge and Fatehpur Taga, which are villages in the Faridabad area. Here, nearly 2,900 kilograms of explosives and inflammable substances were accumulated, waiting for the moment they would be deployed. Now, as per sources, the investigators have termed Building 17 a command post, but this understates the calculated nature of what occurred there. The conspirators, 4 doctors sworn to preserve life, had selected room 13 not out of convenience, but out of strategic necessity. Its isolation from main academic activity, its proximity to chemical resources, its accessibility to vehicle exiting from the campus, all these factors converge to make it the perfect operational base. Well, what sources to news agency ANI have maintained is that the raids by security agencies across multiple locations in Delhi NCR and also in Pulwama, recovering sufficient quantities of explosive, are believed to have led to the suspect to act hastily under mounting pressure. And what we are also understanding is that the bomb was premature and not fully deployed, thus limiting the impact. And now the Indian government has described the car explosion near the Red Fort as a terrorist incident and said that the investigation will be pursued with utmost urgency to bring the perpetrators, collaborators and their sponsors to justice without a delay.